All right. Good morning to everybody on YouTube and on TikTok and on Facebook and on Instagram and all the other social medias. The purpose of my video is because I want everybody to know that my landlord, Brando, served me papers from his lawyer, knowing that I paid him not once but twice for February's rent. But with the first one, there was a mishap because he tried pulling out $961 because he makes us tenants over here at 6 Cloutier and 4 Cloutier go to this portal, as he calls it, and pay our rent that way. Well, that day when I got my check, I put $220 in my account because Annie at the bank asked me what my rent was. And I told her it was $206. And she's like, well, okay, I'll take out the 206 for your rent. And she gave me a receipt saying that I deposited $220. Well, in the meantime, while I was depositing the $220 in my account, I came back because she gave me $2 and change from that. So I come back, I go onto his portal, as he calls it, and when I went to go pay my $206 to him, there was $961 in there. So it got me confused. And as an adult, I didn't want to depend on my case manager all the time. So what else was I to do? So once I saw that, I said, no, that ain't what I owe him. So I just pushed paid on the portal and hoping that I could type in the 206, but instead it said, thank you for your payment. And then next day, Brando came over and said, Rose, did you pay that whole $961? I said, no, I paid $206 to you. And he's like, well, I'm going to return it back to your account and you're going to have to repay me again. So somewhere along the line, he thought that he was going to get more money out of me. Well, meanwhile, I know damn well that he saw the money that my husband put into my account, so he automatically took it out. But I know damn well that he took out the $206 out of that and returned 500 of it because my lawyer at Pine Tree Legal told me that he returned 500 and something dollars to the bank. So so to shut him up, thank God that I got a $450 check from the state. And I want to say thank you for that. It really helped me out. So I got that check, and $206 out of that had to go to him again. And I heard him over next door. So instead of me mailing it to him, I wanted to hand it to him and tell him it was for February, even though I paid him for February. Instead of him accepting it and being grateful as my part that I did, he's still not grateful because he's trying to charge me a late fee because the bank charged him a late fee. Well, my question to that is, you got a problem with that late fee, Brando? Take it up with the bank. Don't come here and take it up with me. So instead, Brando and I had it out, but I wouldn't let him get a word in because normally when he shows up, he runs his fucking mouth because he thinks that just because he's the landlord, he knows everything. But as a tenant, I have rights. So, did I let him get a word in? No. my case manager was on my phone, and she heard every fucking thing I said to him, and I told him that he could not have me thrown out, turn my lights off, or change the lock on my fucking door. So he wanted to be a smartass and do this. This is what he did. He went to his lawyer, and now he's trying to up my rent, and he knows that I'm on Section 8, and he knows that every year Section 8 gives me a letter telling me what my part of the rent is. Well, the only letter that I got from Section 8 is from January of this year. I have not received any other letter from Section 8. And come Monday morning, I'm hoping they call me and get this straightened out, because I don't owe him back rent. I don't owe him anything. And the last time I spoke to my caseworker at Section 8, she told me not to give him any money, only what I owe. And if he tries to fucking get extra money out of me, to call her back. I told my lawyer at Pine Tree Legal, the one that's trying to help me, the same thing. But I tried calling her about this. Take a good look at it, you guys. Take a good look. This is the stuff that he pulls when he doesn't get his way. Because he thinks that where some of us are on Section 8, he thinks that he can run over Section 8. But I got news for you, Brando. What Section 8 says goes. And if they don't approve it, then you'll just have to get over it. Because as long as I live here, and it's my apartment, and I'm the one that pays the fucking bills in this place, you're going to have to listen to me when you come into my home. And the things will be fixed. And you don't have to worry about the plumbing, because I did that. You want to talk about my friends like you did, standing in my fucking kitchen? You have a lot of nerve, because you're no fucking better, bitch. You're not a good plumber either. And I'll speak my mind all I want, and you can knock on my fucking door all you want, but I'm not answering it. As a tenant, I have that right to refuse to open that fucking door for you. And I will let every motherfucking body know not to rent from you, because you don't know how to run any fucking building that you own. And you talk about Tom not being a good plumber? You're not the good fucking plumber, because 2 o'clock this fucking morning, I got up, took my shower, and after I had my coffee, I went into my bathroom, put a little bit of bleach in the sink, and unclogged the sink. Something that you're responsible for, because I looked it up online, and it says that the tenant is not responsible for the plumbing or anything else that goes on in this apartment. They're responsible for only paying the rent, the lights, and a few minor things. I did your job by unclogging that fucking sink, because the guy at Code Enforcement saw the thing in the long hallway. And no, I'm not going on your portal anymore. As far as I'm concerned, you can shove that portal up your fucking ass, because it's stupid how you make us tenants pay our rent without giving us receipts. I told you when you first started taking this building over that I had to have receipts printed out or mailed to me, so I could show Section 8 and Social Security where my money goes. But no, you want to be Mr. Smartass and think you know everything? Well, you don't, Brando. You're just another fucking human being just like me. And as a tenant, I have fucking rights. And I have rights to refuse to open that door to you. And just to let you know, you can't charge me extra money without Section 8 knowing about it. And come Monday morning, if Section 8 tells me that I don't have to give you any extra money, well, then you'll just have to get over it. And going to your lawyer, trying to get extra money from me without Section 8 knowing, you're breaking the law. Because I have a friend that's on Section 8, and her lawyer, landlord, tried doing the same fucking thing. And the most that you can charge somebody if they're late on their fucking rent is $32 fucking dollars. So I don't know what school you went to, but whatever school you went to, now you have to go by Section 8 law. If their attorney says, no, you can't charge me any extra money, then you have to listen to them. And where it's still winter out, you can't throw me out. You can try. You can try turning my lights off, but you can't because they're in my fucking name. This is my apartment. And as long as I fucking live here, this is my fucking place. You might own the building, but this is my fucking apartment, not yours. You're not married to me. I'm not married to you. So don't fucking come over here and fucking boss me around thinking you can fucking tell me what's what. I know the law too, Brando. All my years that I fucking rented apartments, landlords tried overriding me as a tenant, but back then I didn't have no backbone. But this time I do. Then you wonder why I have a fucking attitude? Well, maybe if you stop treating me and threatening me with these fucking notes, I would treat you like a fucking human being. But instead, you think you know everything. Because you don't get your way, you throw a hissy fit. So, Brando, like you told me the other day when you first started to take over this building, that you weren't playing games. Well, this is no game, Brando. This is reality. And you knew when you bought this building from Tom and Nicole, and you promised them that you wouldn't change a fucking thing in this building. But you have. And if you had any current courtesy and realize that everything is fucking jacked up and realize that there are people that are on disability and that work a minimum wage, you would understand that everybody in this building that don't have that kind of fucking money. But you don't give a fuck. You don't care if we go without wiping our ass or doing our laundry. You don't care as long as you get that fucking money to spend on your family. So, Brando, you want to go around with Rosa? Well, then you bring it, bitch. Because I'm not backing down to you any fucking more. Because I have rights as a tenant, and as long as I fucking live here in this apartment, you do what I tell you. This is my fucking home, not yours. You might be the landlord, but I'm the tenant, and I paid my rent to you, so you better leave me the fuck alone, or the next step is I'll get a restraining order on you to leave me the fuck alone. Because I'm done with your fucking bullshit. You got something to say? Take it up with my fucking lawyer or my case manager. Leave me the fuck alone. And now that I said all that, you guys, when you're in a situation like I'm in, don't let your landlord get away with it. If you're on Section 8 and he tries to up the rent without Section 8 knowing, you call your caseworker and tell them what they're trying to pull. Because you have rights as a tenant. And as that right as a tenant, he cannot do it without their permission or their authorization. And every year, the rent goes up because your check goes up. And then they fucking decide what your income is on that check. That's what you pay. The rest of it, they pay. So if your landlord tries to charge you a late fee while you're on Section 8, he cannot do it without taking it to court or bringing it up with Section 8. And Section 8 will even let you guys know what the landlords can do and what they can't fucking do. And if he tries to break the law, then he's in trouble. Because as a tenant at will, I have rights. You have rights. Don't let these landlords think that they can fucking run over you, because they can't. It's right online saying that they can't charge you a late fee. If a bank charges you a late fee, then they have a problem. Take it up with the fucking bank, because my bank charged me a late fee and I'm taking it like a fucking woman. And he needs to take it up like a man instead of fucking crying like a little bitch. So, if you guys are ever in a situation and you need Pine Tree Legal's help, you call them and they'll tell you what your rights are as a tenant. You pay your rent, your landlord cannot throw you out. Even during the wintertime, he cannot change your lights because they're in your name. He can try to put them in his name, but he can't. Because I asked CMP yesterday. He cannot touch my lights. He cannot change the lock on my door. He tries to change that lock, he's in fucking trouble. Because it's right there in the Pine Tree Legal book. This is all the paperwork I got from my landlord. Trying to get that amount out of me. Do you see that amount, you guys? Right there. This is another one that he got. Nothing needs to be in the halls, which is understandable because it's a fire hazard. But this is the one that, before all this nonsense started, this is the one that I get a kick out of. Because he knows damn well that I don't smoke cigarettes. But he gave it to me anyway. Look. This is what he's doing. And he told Tom and Nicole when he bought the building that he wasn't going to change anything. Well, look at this right here. Most of the tenants that live in the building smoke. Some of them smoke outside. Now, if they smoke in the building or smoke outside the building, he's going to hold them reliable. Maybe even charge them a fine or whatever. All this fucking bullshit ever since he took over in August of this year, it's been hell for me. This is the first one that he gave to me. Trying to charge me $1,200 and a $45 late fee. $45. Now you guys know that a landlord, the most that they can charge is $32 for a late fee, which is 4%. $45, which is bullshit. But Section 8 denied it. And my attorney at Pine Tree Legal saw the paperwork that I had, and this is my yearly well, hold on 1 minute. The date on it. Let's see. This is effective January 11th. Not this year. There's the one for this year. Okay, let's see. I have it. It's here somewhere, you guys. Okay, this is from my lawyer explaining to me what's what, and she couldn't see where. Now on here, wait, what's this one for? This, okay, that's for October. All right, this is my statement for February. Do you see where it says 220, you guys? And do you see in yellow where he tried pulling out? Do you see where it says right there? Southern Maine Property tried pulling out $961 right there. But somewhere amongst the mixture, when he did that, I'm guaranteeing you, that $961, he took out $206. And he wanted more. So I gave it to him. I gave him $206 more because he said I didn't pay February's rent. So now, I know damn well that he took it out of that $961 because Pine Tree Legal told me that he only returned 500 and something of it. So you tell me, who's lying? See, Brando don't want to take responsibility. He blames it on the tenant. Oh, it's your fault. You don't understand. Have your bank explain it to you. What happened? No, I know what happened. When you pulled out that $961, you took out that $206. And I know damn well you did because you saw my boyfriend's money in there, so you took it out. That's why you never give your bank information to a fucking landlord. So we got another fucking $206 out of me, the son of a bitch. And now he wants more? Well, he ain't going to get more because I called Section 8 and I'm waiting for them to call me back. Because I know damn well, as long as I've been on Section 8, Section 8's always told me, Rosa, don't give him extra money, whether it's Tom or any landlord that you go through. Because there are laws, and if you give your landlord extra money and they beg you to give it to them, and you do give it to them, you could be in trouble. So my advice to you guys is don't give your landlord extra money until your caseworker at Section 8, when you're on Section 8, says otherwise. Now, this is my yearly rent increase for Section 8 for January 1st. Look at the amount that I pay and look at the amount that they pay. Look at this. I'm going to show you guys so you can see. Do you see right there? Gotta go over just a little bit. You see how much I pay and how much Section 8 pays. Do you see the top? It says this apartment is $898. This apartment's not worth $898. Section 8 pays $692 and I paid $206. And this is dated for January 1st of 2023. And this is the only letter that I got from Section 8. Until I get a new one, while I'm here, he's not going to see any extra money from me. Because he came to my door telling me that Section 8 told him that I got to pay $260-something to him. No, I didn't get a letter from Section 8 saying that, and I'm not giving it to him. He can fucking cry like a baby all he wants until Section 8 gives me a fucking letter saying different, then I'll give it to him. But until then, he ain't getting it. He's only going to get $206 while I'm here. And when my husband gets here, I will no longer live here because my husband's taking me out of this fucking hellhole. But while I'm here, I want you guys to remember this. Because as a tenant, like I said, you have fucking rights. And these landlords, whether it be my landlord or any landlord, how about Tom and Nicole? You have rights. Don't let them run you over. Stick up to them and fight for your rights. Because stuff like this, they're only wasting their fucking paper. Because they know damn well when people are on Section 8, they have to go through Section 8. And Section 8 has to give us an update on what our portion is. Until then, he ain't seen another fucking dime from me. I'm not giving him any fucking late fee because I paid him twice for February. Now, I'll take responsibility by pushing the portal button, but the rest of it, it's on him too. It's his fault and it's my fault because he's the one that goes in there all the fucking time and puts a different amount whenever he feels like it. Oh, I'll charge this person this amount, this person that amount, knowing that my check is only $914 fucking dollars, and I have other bills that I have to pay with that check, and that I have to survive the rest of the month. But he doesn't care. As long as he gets that fucking extra money to do whatever the fuck he wants with it. He thinks he can run over Section 8, but he can't. As the law, when people are on Section 8, he cannot run over Section 8. If Section 8 denies whatever increase that he tries to pull, and if they deny it, then he has to abide by it. It's the law. Look it up online. Can my landlord charge me extra money while on Section 8? And it says no. He has to go through the guard lines by going to court, talking with Section 8, and if they agree to it, then they send you a letter saying this is your part of the rent and they pay the other part. But if Section 8 finds out that he hasn't come into the unit to fix what needs to be done, then it's their responsibility to hold that rent reliable until he fixes it. But as a tenant, you still have to pay him. But you don't have to pay him extra money or anything like that. I've been looking this stuff up online and looking in my Pine Tree Legal book. So when you guys are in this type of situation like I am, don't let them get away with it. I don't care what landlord it is. Don't let them charge you extra money, and make sure you get a money order or a check to prove that you paid your rent, because you have rights as a tenant. I've been fighting him ever since he fucking took over this building, which he doesn't know anything about. And for him to talk about my friends like that, he has a lot of fucking nerve, because he doesn't know anything about this building. And I don't care if he hears me or whatever. I'm speaking my mind as a tenant. I have rights, and I have a right to speak my mind. And if he doesn't like it, then too bad. But as long as I rent this apartment until my husband comes and gets me out of here, he has to listen to me and Section 8. And if he has any problems, then he can take it up with Pine Tree Legal or my case manager. Because I'm not dealing with you, Brando. Because you put me in the hospital, my husband will have your ass. My family will have your ass. Because I'm not supposed to be stressed out for anything. Because I almost had a heart attack the other night because of your bullshit. So my message to you is, if you want me to treat you like a human being, then start treating me like one. And stop thinking that you know everything, but you don't. As a tenant, I have rights, and I have a right to speak my mind. That's why I yelled at you, because you don't know the law like you think you do. So, Brando, you got a fight on your hands, because this girl is a fighter. Back years ago, I'd back down to you, because back then, the Rosie that was then wouldn't give a fuck. She would cry and stuff like that. But as this Rosie has willpower and bones, a backbone to speak up to you, I'm not gonna lay taking your bullshit. You can throw these fucking letters at me all you want, because you know what you're doing is wrong. Sending me text messages. I'm going to show you guys what he sent to me. Now, this is from my landlord. Well, let me see. Hold on, I gotta find it, you guys. I don't know why it's not showing. But as you can see right here, this is what I said to him. That's what I said to him right there. But he texted me last night and said that I wasn't understanding my bank statement or whatever else he was saying. But let me tell you something, Brando. I've been dealing with this bullshit for a long fucking time. And I know what I'm doing. And I do understand. But when you take it in your own hand and think that you can up the rent because you're the fucking landlord and not talk it over with Section 8, yeah, that's where you go wrong. But you don't want to be responsible for nothing. You blame the tenant for every fucking thing that you do. Oh, it's not my fault. It's not my problem. Yeah, it is your problem. You're the fucking landlord. Take responsibility for your part in it. Stop blaming me for every little fucking thing that you do. Because you know damn well that you went into that fucking portal before you found out that my boyfriend's money was in there. And while I'm on the subject, Brando, that money that you tried pulling out wasn't my money. It was my baby's mother's money. That's right. That $961 that you pulled out wasn't mine. Because everybody knows that when I get my check, I, I deposit $220 because the machine doesn't give me the exact change. So I put in an extra $20. When I go to the bank, I get a receipt saying that I deposited the 220. Now, because of you and me, you're at fault, so ain't I. Man up to your part because you're at fault too. Stop blaming me for everything that you did. And stop crying like a little baby and accept that the late fee that the bank charged you. Because you ain't getting that late fee from me. My bank charged me a late fee too because of your bullshit crap. So I took it like a lady. Why can't you take it like a man? Now, the code enforcement guy was here yesterday to see about my plumbing and the heat, and I told him to go in the other room and look. He found something to tell you to do. Because in that room over there, that's supposed to be a spare closet, but he said that the wash machine is supposed to be in there. Legally, the wash machine is supposed to be in that room. But it's not. It's in the kitchen. So he told me to go get some Drano, but I didn't have to go get Drano, Brando. You know what I used? I used bleach. And I stuck my finger in there as far as I could. And I pulled out a little bit of hair and I plunged it up, not knowing that I'm not supposed to do stuff like that because it gets to my chest. Because I had a heart attack 3 years ago. But stuff like that, you guys don't give a fuck about. Because what's in this apartment, I'm responsible for it because it's mine. But I'm looking forward to the day that my husband comes and takes me the fuck out of here. Then I can turn around and look at you, Brando, and tell you to take this fucking building and shove it up your fucking ass. And I feel sorry for the next tenants because you are no better than the rest of the landlords. All but Tom and Nicole. Tom and Nicole will always be good landlords to me because it's just the bottom line. To me, you're nothing but scum. And I don't know how your wife lives with you. I don't know what generation you were brought up in, but from where I come from, I have rights. And as long as I have a breath in my fucking body and this is my apartment, you're going to do what I tell you when you come into my home. You're going to fucking listen to what I have to say and not roll with me like Nicole does. That's where the problem starts. You speak, you don't give me a chance to answer you or explain something to you. That's why I'm giving you this attitude. Because you don't shut up long enough so you can hear what I have to say or what needs to be fixed and how long it's been like that. You don't give me a chance to fucking tell you all that shit. You run your mouth and then you go away. But as a tenant at will, I do have rights. And as long as this place is mine, you're going to fucking listen to what I need for you to listen to. So you can fix the problem. So you can get your money. But you're not getting any extra money from me. I don't give a fuck if you go to your lawyer and try. You have to go through my people. So, Brando, you want to try and get extra money out of me? You can try, but you ain't getting it. Because as my case manager told me, Pine Tree Legal told me, and Section 8 the last time I spoke to them, was to not to give you any extra money. Yes, I will take responsibility in my part in this mess, but as a man, you should take responsibility too, because it's not all on me. It's on you too, because you're the fucking landlord. You know what you need to do as a landlord. And before I close this live video, you come up with this excuse that you don't want to open up a bank account because you don't like going to banks. Well, cry me a fucking river, Brando. Be a fucking man and stop being a baby throughout all your fucking life and open up a bank account instead of having your fucking tenants pay rent online. Because you don't give anybody a receipt saying that we pay you. You might give some tenants receipts, but you never give me a receipt, not fucking once, that I've seen. And this is the problem that I have. I don't like that damn fucking portal. That's why I don't go on it. From now on, when I pay my rent to you, it's going to be in a fucking cashing check or a money order. That way I have proof and I send it to my husband and to my case manager so they can back me up. So, you want to try to charge me a late fee or up my rent, Brando? Well, you can go ahead and try. But come Monday morning, Section 8 is going to know all this and they're going to tell me not to give it to you. So you got a problem with that? Then that's too bad because you have to go by what Section 8 tells you. Now, if you don't want to accept Section 8, that's on you. But either way, when my husband gets here, I'm not going to be here. So you can nag and aggravate the fuck out of me. Because right now, I'm talking to you live, my husband is working on getting here and getting a different place to get me the fuck out of here. Because my husband loves me. He cares about me and he looks out for me. And he's not going to be alone when he comes. So you want to pick on me? Wait till my husband gets here, Brando. Believe that. And no, I'm not threatening you. I'm just telling you, you better watch your back. Now that is a threat, but I'm not threatening you. I'm just telling you, you better watch your back because my husband knows that you've been nagging me and putting stress on me. And when he gets here, you can take it up with him. But I'm guaranteeing you, what happens is not my responsibility. So, Brando, when my husband comes, you better watch out. Because I'm telling you right now, Brando, this little game that you're playing, putting all this stress on me, it's not going to last much longer. Because Section 8 already knows ahead of time that I'm planning on moving out of here anyway. Because I'm tired of freezing to death. I'm tired of not taking a fucking shower when I want to. And most of all, I'm tired of you. Ever since you took over this building, my life has been fucking hell. Along with the other tenants that you fucking charge a lot of rent from. My poor sister, Kelly, and her husband have to fucking give you what they ask. They have to go without just to fucking shut your ass up. And no, Kelly's not saying this. I am. Because it's not right that you're doing this to everybody over here. Because you know damn well that everything is fucking gone up. So automatically you think you could take it in your own hand by jacking the rent, knowing that we only get so much from Social Security, and you don't even think about the rest of the bills that we have, thinking about the stuff that we need to take care of ourselves. I have to buy toilet paper, laundry soap, etc., to keep our home clean. So whenever you enter the apartment, you can see that it's clean. But no, you don't care. So you go to your fucking lawyer and act like a big shot and get this and try to up the rent. Well, guess what, Brando? There are laws that are in this book, and it says right here, yeah, you can up the rent, but you have to give a written notice, a 45-day written notice to Section 8. And if Section 8 denies it, then you're fucked. Because I've been renting apartments all my life, Brando. I've been through this more than one fucking time. And the one person that taught me how to fucking have a backbone was my ex, Mike. He knows about the law. And he taught me how to stand up for myself. And then all of a sudden, I gave up until my husband, I have now, told me not to let anybody run me over or put up with their bullshit. So, Brando, you can throw anything at me all you want, because in the Pine Tree Legal book that I have, it says everything that I need to know about what my rights are as a tenant, and if stuff needs to be fixed in my apartment, you have a period of time to come in and fix it. And if you don't, then they'll take it in their hands, and then you'll be in trouble if you don't. If you don't do what they say. See, stuff like this, Brando, by law, if a tenant like myself hires someone to come in and inspect the home and finds out that the ceiling tiles, there's mold, outlets not working, toilets and plumbing's fucked up. See, as a tenant, it's my right to complain about it. The window in my bedroom blows cold air, and it's been like that ever since I can remember. But as a tenant, and I'm going to show you guys this. You see where it says the landlord cannot throw you out, can't change the lock on your door, and cannot turn your lights off. And it's all right here in the Pine Tree Legal Book. There's other things in here. This is a list of things that they help you with. So if you're ever in a situation like this, those are all the things that you need to know. And it gives you the page, the number of what you need help with, and electricity change for common areas, cable, TV, dish, and etc. Landlords entering your home. Now let's see how what that one says. That one's on page 19 as an example. All right, page 12, 9, okay, let's see, 5, 6, okay, 13, and 15, and it said it was on what page? It was on page, let's see, um, okay, for, let's see, landlord entering on 19, okay, and here we go, right here. On page 19, it says, let's see, let me find it. Okay, that's on cable. Electricity, change for areas. Okay, let's see, might be on this site. Let's see. Okay, all right, give me a second. I'm trying to find it, you guys. Can my landlord make me pay for electricity outside of my apartment? If you live in an apartment building, you may find out that you are paying for electricity for common area such as hallways, basements, or any common heat, hot water, and etc. But that's not what I'm looking for. Entering the home. It says it's on 19, but I don't see it. Okay, let's see. Cable TV, dish, antennas. If I live in an apartment building, can my landlord stop me from getting a cable TV and satellite dish or any? No, they cannot. Okay, so it might be over here. Okay, now this is what I want to show you right here, you guys. Landlords entering your home. Here it is. Can my landlord come into my apartment or house at any time? No. If your landlord wants to come into your home to make emergency repairs or to show, well, I'll show you. It's right here, you guys. Right there, where the key is. It's right there. You see it? It's right there. You see all this right here, all that, and up in here. So basically, if you're not home, your landlord cannot come in here without your permission. If he comes in here without you knowing it, then you can have him because it says it right here. Your landlord cannot enter your apartment to make emergency repairs until you are here in this apartment or any apartment. He has to give, well, actually, no, if your landlord wants to come into your home to make emergency repairs or to show or important the apartment, she must give you a notice, okay? Meaning at least 24 hours. They give you 24 hours to let you know that they're going to come in here. Without the 24 hours, they can't come in here. It's right there. So my suggestion to you guys is that if you're in a situation like I'm in, your landlord cannot do it. There are laws, and he has to abide them. So my suggestion to you guys is that, like I said, if you have a situation and you're on Section 8, call your Section 8 worker and explain your situation to them and what your landlord is trying to do. Because there are guidelines that they have to go by. And if Section 8 denies what they're asking, then they have to get over it. Because it's the law. And I'm really hoping to God that my sister Kelly can hear back from Section 8, because she really needs the help right now. Because her and her husband are paying over $1,200 each month. And they have to go without because of this. I can remember a time when my sister Kelly and I would sit here in my room scratching tickets together, having fun. Even Kendra would come over and have fun with me scratching tickets. But ever since they started paying more rent to him, she can't buy scratch tickets like she wants to. She wants to so bad, but she knows that she can't because he's fucking money hungry. So my suggestion to you guys is that don't let your landlords take advantage of you. Because as a tenant at will, you have rights. And this is Rosie saying, I hope you listen to what I'm saying and take my advice. And whatever you do, don't back down to your landlord because, like I said, you're a tenant at will and you have rights. And if they don't like it, then they have to get over it. And with that, this is Rosa saying, have a wonderful day and God be with each and every one of you. And I hope you listen to what I said because it'll help you in the long run. Peace out.